Mame fa na se ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV de osia dem yopo.
Yankwai lawyer Godwin Edudzi Tamakloe eye MPA boss director legal NDC ene no ntwetwe enkomo na wompom te sei
onyame adom ye hu ye na won so
yes ye hu bokọ pa adie bi a Daily Post nim was the office of the special prosecutor was born as a political tool for MPP. Uche mwaba was a special prosecutor in office no ya wono a na ye akadie bia ye amanyosema akadie bia ye de MPP for edema wo ho enkomo eti sei
yo bra kwame semekasa na de mejina so nyina ne se when we say politics any your governance system ewo man mohano 1992 constitution in a boying Emma Yedisa Jumadie no. Na ofye 1992 constitution na article 88 is very instructive. In article 88 is no acquire very entrenched provision. Why or what will you be aware or painful? When we say the constitution Emma provision be entrenched. What it tells you, no, say the framers no, and person obi biabe to me are changing at will. I just say, okay, the FN referendum. What it tells you also, no, say the framers no, a certain level of protection ama that particular provision. Into Brakwame, the Akoba in say. Emra article 88 3 and 2 Emma Hukwai and then repeat a bit of constitutional law Ewahano. We also say who the benefit of article 88 but Ewo Fidi so. Hello, brother. Hello.
Produce Bewe mommy.
Hello.
Kazo, metumi mensati mi aka me was meet you.
Article 88.3. Macho bet mi aka ma ya na.
Ampacho article 88.3. Ma menken kan ye hwede e wo hoi 88.3.
Yes, sir.
Me pacho making kan.
Yes,
the president may acting in consultation 88.3 number 88. 88.3.
Yes, sir.
I say, the Attorney General shall be responsible for the initiation and conduct of all prosecutions of criminal offences, with emphasis on shall.
I say shall be responsible, mandatory, and you understand?
I am mandatory. Baby, you say, one so article 11, one can we 88 no one. Ube say bedru baby no. Enipa bi wo ho a wo mo so ma wo mo that quasi powers ni bia omtum de yesa.
That be obia ni ho wo mamu hanu. Into okay article 88.4 na ba jo kan no so ni ntie.
Article 88 clause 4 of the 1992 constitution was say,
yes, sir.
All offenses prosecuted in the name of the Republic of Ghana shall be at the suit of the Attorney General or any other person authorized by him in accordance with law.
So it is either or say all offenses must be prosecuted by at the suit of the Attorney General. It's in our criminal case it starts with the Republic versus two or say or a person authorized by him. Into Shaya Attorney General Emma Senate for a prosecuting for defaulting in Senate payments. Attorney General Forestry Commission for Hong Kong Game and Wildlife for say only prosecute will be because Onipana Kukum Abua Ewo Game Reserve are only permitted to do so. Attorney General Ama Hong Kong Ama your friend Smith for a year prosecution. Ghana Police Service for a year day, a year prosecution. Now the reason why Attorney General, in the wisdom of the framers, Omaman is actually in say, well, prosecution a public policy tool. Prosecution a public policy tool. Into Oshaya, embedded in the power to prosecute is also the power to enter nolo prosequire. Sebi. Ye Ghana, ye want him for, by ye want him for. And yen is Inti, say Ghana, ye want him for, by ye want him for.
I be the BH.
I have for Chine, a biddy BH. Sebio, Sekoba say, the prosecution of, say, a particular chief can invariably undermine the national security of the state. Nothing stops the Attorney General to say, in respect of social and so person, I will not prosecute him. And meeting Attorney General will be to me to enter the FN nolo prosequire. And now, nolo prosequire power no. The Supreme Court in the matter of Gregory Afoko and the Attorney General, and so Eddie Abetu just say the power by the Attorney General to enter a nolo prosequire is not judicially reviewable. In the sense it says, which means court and challenge Attorney General say, they in a case where we why say file a nolo prosequire. In fact, the reason why Afoko shall not buy no okay Emra Gregory Afoko Ninsem eba ye omude no call court man bill. Okay, at that time, Attorney General of the land frustrate bill na last minute. So okay, back forth in a go through a full trial. Attorney General calling the witnesses before Justice Ellen Mensah, a justice of the Court of Appeal, sitting with additional responsibility at that time. Judge left for judgment too. One Attorney General say, you know what, I'm entering a nolo prosequire. And I focus say, why? What the whatever it is, Attorney General should wakoche the co-accused was Ivory Coast. In view of that trial, I go through in absentia. Yeah, fair witnesses. Yeah, no. Almost started, and now they are filing a nolo prosequire and starting the prosecution afresh. I focus on that. Don't waste me time. I've gone through a full trial. You can't do this nolo prosequire. No, you can't do it. In an Oko Supreme Court. Supreme Court say, Afoko, we are sorry. Yes, it is. Yes, the evidence shows that you've gone through a full trial. Witnesses have been called. But you know what? The power to enter the prosequire is not judicially reviewable. Into that ends it. So go back and start the trial afresh. Into that, say, Attorney General. In fact, case, no, now, certain member Lord Justice elements our call retirement. Into now, say, Omofa case, name call Justice Wood, a home. Into the case has to start all over. The reason why I'm bringing this matter is to let you know, Sir Family, the power to prosecute is a unique power. Into the framers of the Constitution, in making the Constitution, almost Shada put it at a very entrenched constitutional provision, which requires only a referendum to change it. The Wako Law School said, you cannot use an ordinary act of parliament. So, Ubet may use an act of parliament to amend the constitutional provision. Entrenched
council, but who are the one person making kind of a conversation?
Excellent.
What's it? The Office of the Special Prosecutor Act 2017 Act 959 establishes the OSP and situates its authority within Article 88 Section and then Section 42 also provides that the special OSP prosecutes subject to Article 88(4) with authorization by the Attorney General. Properly understood, the provision recognizes the Attorney General as the constitutional source of authority. It does not require that authorization be case specific. That form is supplied by 959 and its subsidiary instruments, including LI 2374. Where are you saying?
Complete misunderstanding of the law. You see, OSHA, the Criminal Offences Act, the Criminal Offences Act, and Procedure Act at 30. OSHA, there is an insertion in that provision in tandem with Article 88, where the Attorney General is seen authorizing the police to prosecute on his behalf. When the police prosecute, our will be also independent there.
Oh, there be.
Good. The submissioner, whoever it is making in that case, no. If the argument is anything to go by, then the Office of Special Prosecutor cannot be independent of the Attorney General. The people who make the argument, that argument, no. The flip side of it is to say, if you are prosecuting on the authority of the Attorney General, can you be independent of him?
There be send the budget no crowd about parliament. Just say a deba Attorney General. Attorney General.
Onankasa any audience before Parliament. Because he's considered like Yoko to be an institution under the office of the Attorney General. Until the budget is presented and is approved. But even that's financial independence. But in terms of prosecutorial independence, Oshaya, at the time of the parliamentary debate, Brakwame, Obian said there was a problem. And that is where I introduced the idea, say, the whole idea of setting up the Office of the Special Prosecutor was a political campaign promised by the NPP. Do you know why?
Why?
Good. Okay, yeah. And now President Rawlings said, now, 2 million money fee year 2000. And I President Kufobaye. President Kufobaye, no, and I appointing another Danko Kufado as the Attorney General. So, okay. And run another Baye Attorney General. No. He started some prosecutions, effected some arrests. The Republic versus Chachu Chikata, the Republic versus Victor Solomon, the Republic versus Juan Petra, Ibrahim Adam, and others, George Payanke, Quality Green Matter, and several other cases within the period of 2001-2008. At that time, the conversation was that Sergio Omanpeni Kufo, from 2001 to 2008, and Kufo and Abai a prosecutor were NDC appointees, with the exception of Malam Issa. Okay, Malam Issa,
Sports Minister, no? Aye.
Sports Minister. In fact, you are the only person. No one yet NDC appointee that was prosecuted within 2001-2008. And no plan a PNC ni. So the conversation became so ripe, say, all the prosecutions were partisan in nature. And so, there was this conversation, okay, how do we resolve the problem? Sir, you bet me any prosecution, Obi Ankase a witch hunting. It's okay, yeah. In the 2016 manifesto of the NPP, the idea of setting up this independent office came about. Immediately, then they started the process to introduce the bill to Parliament for the establishment of the office. Look, I have the hazard. the Parliamentary Hands Act of 1st November 2017, during the second reading, the consideration of the bill as introduced by then Attorney General Tamakloe. In that conversation, you see MP saying, say, even the U.S. Embassy was effectively putting pressure on the government at that time. It is captured in the Parliamentary Hands Act. In fact, the U.S. Embassy brought in a memorandum saying, say, the office should be, devoid of political interference and influence. It's captured in the Parliamentary Hands Act. But that time, something more instructive happened. At that time, now Nanado Abe president, mindful of the things that now consul and no Attorney General. Obia who said there was a constitutional roadblock. But the government at that time, with pressure from civil society groups, pressure from the U.S. Embassy and other donors, yes, okay, we will ignore that constitutional roadblock and still go ahead and set up the office anyway. Anyway. Look, Kwame, we share a debate that ensued between then Speaker Michael Quay and the Honorable Dr. Dominic Ayeni, a member of Parliament for Borga East.
Central.
No, Borga East. I think I don't go here Central.
Okay.
Already a very important point before Speaker Michael Quay. And I just want to read the interaction. Now, Honorable Banda, Abdullah Banda, so you know. Now, the ranking on okay. I think official. Aha. You know, I'm the chair of the Constitutional Legal Affairs Committee of Parliament. So you are the chair. And this is what he said. He said, Mr. Speaker, so with your permission, if I may move item number Roman numeral XB11 and so, then he proceeds. Then Dr. Ayene comes in. Mr. Speaker, then Okwe Bisano, any objections? At the time they were considering the clause by clause, section 4(2). Mr. Speaker Bisano, Ayene, any objections? I said, Mr. Speaker, I wanted to propose a further amendment to section 4(2) because we have not indicated the mode of authorization by the Attorney General. Translate to money.
Shall save you.
I said, Mr. Speaker, I wanted to propose a further amendment because we have not indicated the mode of authorization by the Attorney General.
Okachire Speaker no sabre ni say. Kamesu to say. Section 4(2) no a what special of the office of the special prosecutor ne bill no mu aye di ho gbogbo ka yentwe woyi esan say enchire e kwan a Attorney General no ebe fa so ma ne tumi pote.
So I'll say then you proceed. So I wanted to propose, not you. So I wanted to propose that she is authorized by the appropriate legal instruments.
Sena kamedie me famu dia enkebe ya kayempe ayi enhye bia enam mremu a ebetimi ama ne tumi ama ne tibia ya adwuma special prosecutor.
Then Speaker Okwe comes in. Where appropriate, legal process of authorization means what?
One ayewura Speaker Okwe sabre no bebusa ne say de wo kan pa say ye ma ne tumi na tumi no enye tumi enam mremu no opese o kire say.
Then the Honorable Ayene comes in. Also, Mr. Speaker, for instance, she could do so by a constitutional instrument. or by legislative instruments where it was spelled out clearly what the jurisdiction of the special prosecutor is.
Wasi o, Mira, the ebetumi aye ne se yebetumi de amamra mu nsem bi egu ho a enam kwan so poten a kire se ono ne tumi no wo gifri he ne he no de be kwakoduro na se no de be yo.
Then he proceeded or say, this is because what we are doing here is to say that Parliament is by a statute making the Attorney General authorize the special prosecutor. But she's the one who is delegating that authority. And there has to be a mode of delegation.
And now what Chemu Yans was a dear yen wa hey, a ya koyese, Parliament in Equa money to me, a money dear ye no, a dear no, a one, Attorney General ban lawyer penino, and a sesse, and Kawutimi share, now what money, be say a dear way, media show and sa, koyo, way media show and sa, koyo, ewamrem.
Rapame, Obibia Wako Law School behind him say, who need to mean delegate, and
yes.
You can't delegate an authority you don't have. Rapame, can you delegate an authority you don't have?
Debbie.
The authority to prosecute is exclusive to the Attorney General. Under Article 88, does Parliament have the power to prosecute?
Debbie, one was argument so yen say subsidiary laws numnia the idea be Parliament is clothed with that powers. One mumra, one sheni no nina so be argument no.
Your constitution emma separation of powers, and that's why the president cannot legislate. Legislation is exclusive to Parliament. The president can only introduce the bill. Now, even private member bills are permitted. What is it? Parliament does not have the power to prosecute. So how can that Parliament that does not have the power to prosecute purportedly delegate that power to the OSP? It's a legal scam, legal fiction. It's a legal impossibility. There is a popular Latin phrase, almost a delegatus non posse delegare. You can't further delegate a delegated power. Sebe. Parliament, because you don't have the power to prosecute, you cannot delegate that power to any other authority.
Me pacho ebra Parliament pass him ran pa. Now the rationale behind and say.
You see, at that time, like I pointed out, now 2016, the major campaign promise of the MPP was that the Mahama administration and their appointees were corrupt. And therefore, they wanted an office. Anything American say was partisan political. They wanted an office to lead that hounding. And that is why the first special prosecutor, Nanado decided to go for the respected Martin Amidu. Because at that time, the circumstance under which Martin Amidu, he was not happy. And always remember, say, Martin Amidu has always been a foundational member of the NDC. In Tikwanya, only Professor Mills' relationship, I say, the way you may matter. At the Yao, at the Banyam. So at that time, the president of the republic at that time felt, say, he had gotten a perfect opportunity to exploit the anger of Martin Amidu against President Mahama and his appointees. Unfortunately, like the story between Haman and Mordecai, a flippy. To the point to say, Martin now decided to do the corruption risk assessment on the Japa deal. whereupon he implicated the cousin to the president, Ken Ofori-Atta. President Akufo-Addo tried interfering by arranging a meeting between him and Martin Amedu. Martin considered that to be interference. And not sure that report, on the corruption risk assessment in a day until and Kasakasa Eba on President Akufo-Addo and Tim. Eventually, he ended up describing him as the mother serpent of corruption. Okay.
Hyper that episode.
Na akoye say Hemana wasu fidie ediama Modekaya and ne the same fidie na wasom ama Modekaya no ohine ne say eye wawo dia. So Martin had to resign for Mr. Kisei Jaben to take over. And I've always maintained that the problem is not Kisei Jaben. In fact, during the parliamentary vetting of Mr. Kisei Jaben to occupy the office of the special prosecutor, the Honorable Mahama Yaga ebisano 1 or 2 questions on this independence of the office. And one question to say no. All looking at the OSP Act and the Constitution 1992, Article 18.34 now, clearly there was a problem. So even him, at his vetting, I'm sure the video is there, you can play it to your listeners. On one side, he said there is a problem. But you see, the problem was created before Kisi took over. And by the time he took over, there was very little that he could do to salvage the problem. Now, Abed Dane, an issue that he has to resolve. And that is where we are. So, Kwame.
Council, answer me about us one. The learned Tavio sorry. Extra a letter be now 1.5 no was say a dear na OSP Mrano Kappa special prosecutor and appointment was say rather than providing for an independent or properly accountable process such as selection, as is the case for parliamentarians and president, the law mandates that a special prosecutor be appointed by the president. Which was saying that OSP in law no ekafa SP no appointment ho. Senke beba beto abane baby bia na enya independent no. Emra ne say this a president no and appointing no according to the learned sorry. And was the same president no and as appointed attorney general. Intino na bia ka say okay officer wano lucky insufficient independence no. Ono president na appointed it said you are appointed attorney general. Now, the argument is say so. Cause one in the past, one in the paying president appointed.
One was a black America. Attorney generals are elected. What do I say? Attorney generals are elected.
Yes.
In fact, we know Cassette is here. The U.S. Attorney General for New York, the state of New York, Letitia James. President Trump has asked that she be prosecuted. What do I say? Because Sebio on President Trump the political party. But you see, the challenge I have with the position taken by my senior and say, you can actually achieve some level of independence, not necessarily through election. Why do I say so? Constitution ankasa Emma Hukwan say Omampeni ebe nominate or appoint justices of the Superior Court. And yes, sir.
Sanity.
Into Omampeni be appointee a Supreme Court judge. However, the Constitution provided a safeguard. What is that safeguard? Or say so Omampeni appointee Ubeko Parliament for vetting. It is a way of insulating the office holder. And Kwame, the reason why you want that provision and the security of tenure provision in the fair. Ghana Yabako said, into which the 1992 Constitution, one of the things we always see is it mirrors our history. our checkered history. Okay, tell you Adamafio no.
Tell you Adamafio, aye.
The trial of Tayu Adamafio and Co. That trial, that is now it's not a case, no, acquitted and discharged them. So
Kaipa.
What did Nkrumah do? They say Nkrumah do for ye Emma Oyi judge for no Eddie. Because those were persons that were considered to have engaged in treason. They were into a minor, into a minor. And so at that time, the expectation was that at least there will be conviction of them. But the judges said no. In fact, I think that was the case where they said a multitude of suspicion is not enough to prove the guilt of an individual unless there is concrete evidence of wrongdoing. In Tisaja no, Omo acquitted the charge, tell you Adamafio and the president of the land was not happy. It is based on that history, no, Rafame. And why 1992 constitution, in the day, the security of tenure provisions needed to say. Even though Oman Penin appointed as a superior court judge, high court judge, Oman Penin appointed, Court of Appeal judge, Oman Penin appointed, Supreme Court judge, Oman Penin appointed, Babeko parliamentary vetting. But on your appointment in the now we go through parliament for that vetting. Now Oswell in a Sa Oman Penin ain't me a you view. Unless Article 146 is triggered.
Mm-hmm.
What does here? And on only 3 important grounds. Sebe, infirmity of body. Why you have become incapacitated. Which means to us be on. Obey you. And I say, we are incompetent. We need Juma. And I say, the FN is stated misbehavior. Without this, Oman Penin to me you will do because judgment now or they buy they need engine. All these things are safeguards. So I would, with respect, differ slightly with my senior Tadiosori on this. Election is not the only way. At least the Constitution has a roadmap. What do you call Parliament, Bevet, any of those things. Yeah, there is security of tenure provision. Which may you nipan only. Introduction, yeah. Special prosecutor say the Attorney General does the nomination. You go through parliamentary vetting. Your vetting, yeah. Almost say, which may you need only based on the grounds for the removal of justices of the Superior Court. That is what the law says. So it is not only through an electoral process now, me anya that strong or independent way. But that, you see, nomination to occupy an office is distinct from what you do when you occupy that office. That is the confusion. I have heard some scholars make the point, say, to the extent that it's the Attorney General who nominated Kisi to occupy that office, it meant he has been authorized. How can you make this argument?
Another post to be by one Alexander Abban. Police and snitch prosecute without permission. So should OSP. Lawyer Alexander Abban. Me pacho wamu prosecute under EI from the Attorney General. I mean, so FDA for 851, EI 851, Bank of Ghana 930 and 1032. One day, and we didn't number the film. It is OSP 1 year day, and I young train. Supreme Court and ruling number on the interpretation of Article 884 per the co-warranto issues. Who's to say anything?
Yeah, last year when NDC MPs been bring this issue about the special prosecutor. Ghana man penny President John Dramani Mahama. It might simply say no. We can't have that conversation now, and that the OSP should be given time to prove its worth. So okay. In fact, and that is how President Mahama basically stopped that conversation. Two, President Mahama, okay, Emra through NDC MPs and the private members' motion by the General Secretary of the party came out to say no. The party has not been informed. In our manifesto, we have taken a decision to strengthen that office. We are not going to take any political or executive decision to disband the office. But that time, the 1992 Constitution, Article 2, Emma Timamuphobia Hokwine, say, only Emrebi Enya Junior, Obitmia Aqua Court. Okay, many years ago, the Public Order Act, Obibia Kwe demonstration, I just said, Oko IGP Ho, Eko permission, and so it's a demonstration. Meaning, I say, when you are MPP 4 years, say, Omo ye demo to mark the birthday of JB Dankwa. Now, I say, Omo Koje permission from the IGP. IGP so Omo. And no, in that day, the seminal decision of the MPP versus IGP and Attorney General decision by it. Whereupon the Supreme Court of Ghana can say the right to demonstrate is a constitutional right. And to the extent that the Public Order Act allows for permission before you can exercise that power, to the extent said that power does not come from the Constitution, that provision of the Public Order Act was unconstitutional. And the man from that time, obey demonstration, the only thing you do is to notify the police. You don't go for their permission. You do only notification. That is what resulted. So, Obi Bia Timemuni Bia Ewo Kwine said, Obi Timaya Aqua Court, Aqua Testing any of the laws of this country. At the end of the day, whatever the Supreme Court of Ghana will say is solely for the Supreme Court. The Kaipa, Papa be a mere friend of PC appeal for me. So,
hey, anti-corruption campaigner.
Fantastic. And we are not president, president. There was an issue about the then Auditor General judgment in our Oko Court. Oko Court. Position our canvas here, Attorney General that position proper, the year of retirement and all those matters. Even though the Attorney General was effectively in agreement, the Supreme Court said, to the extent the Attorney General agrees with a position canvassed by the plaintiff, they are not bound by whatever it is that they have agreed upon. They, the court, will do what they consider to be just and lawful under the circumstance. And see, the Attorney General's position may align with that of the plaintiff. The Supreme Court is not bound by that. The court, independently, would assess the issue and decide the way forward for Ghana. And at this point, I would just ask all of us to await whatever the Supreme Court will say. If it's in the wisdom of the Supreme Court, there's a violation of Article 88, 3 and 2, the Supreme Court will say so. What has
Council, and yenya wa ha na bibia ni so I be said in komo.
Atiba, medaso.
Mesmedase lawyer Godwin Edudzi Tamakloe na ye ne no adidi enkomo no. Oru akwasi oduro dwamena wo ye rep emma enkrofobia ebra ye bui dam ne ehun de manema no wo mo nso so eja de aban hye wo mo boy tu wo mo free wo aban be mo wo mpatasika bi ni nyina nkoba na emom ka akom ya gine kwaku anum no ye ni nkomo na onkyere asem yi mu emfa emma yen epa owura kwasi duro jamina me ma wakwa baba okay FM so
mini amejoso
wakwa baba okay FM so
mini amejoso ai
hello
hello mini amejoso
hello abani
mini amejoso bana wonti benka amejoso
aha ma fe maton kapa ai na yesi Dam ebra ye ba besie no ni ade no yetumu bebre firi ho na wo mo yese mo bema mo mpatasika bi na mpatasika no so ama enu nti mo aye mo adwene se mo be ye massive protest pa na sankomo yi etisen pa
yo minia otimeka minia
metonka pa me pa cho metonka
aha empacho enye se wo mo tie firi ho ena ye be mpatasika ene tene se aban ebe dam na asase ya adwuma mo amunim se compulsory acquisition ana oye I say aban wanye compulsory onya asase mfanye project nti mbana se compulsory acquisition nti sa ayimfo be se 11 ena abanji o masase di ye breedam no asase no so kesi almost 456,000 acres from Wenchi district. Hello, what do you mean?
Me patcho me chill pa wo so
from Wenchi district could be from Branham to Kintampo South could be from Nkwanta to New Lungru Kintampo North to through Banankwanta to Intereso to Onya Savannah to Dokochina ye Bro East Bro region Dokochina Bro region to Dokochina to Banda back to Branham 400 Dokochina ye 6 months to Cote d'Ivoire 456,000 acres approximately and abanji here nti asasa no eya ahemfo mako 11 dia but here me I belong to AK Bafo and company I consultant ejejuma ma o mo ye no me ono no ye me project manager me project manager wo say ejuma no mo ejuma ne ha atie no ntie mako 17 mu ni 17 na ye sa executive instrument no is that abada pa na EI 70 no is that abada pa na put that pa ye aha ye nti no say evaluation to there we abansi maji wasa sim dey project nti probia onim ho imdie na all say ho sika na mintia oka nti ye ne ekofroda ekoye assessment no kofuna sa assessment say na tie ha na da say yes so we are ko yadwuma no so we are yadwuma na dey aba na value anu so dey ebo ato so o dey bo to so a na dey akoma aban akontabufuo a ye land commission land valuation division and the land commission na wo so ni yadi ano no maka so asase na mo kan musim baji asase be ba ko bia se ya yes say am se an keye so that is now mo so ni yadi ano enti eye adwuma no wie 2010 ewie adwuma no ewie no land commission for na ho saa se ye ni abobo no ye de evaluation za akọ ne se ye ni abobo no omo tena ho saa enti mako miensa adeno so no ye kan no enye me I'm not talking of Serbia government bi na na America
okay
because it spans across Professor Mills to JM1
okay
to Omampani Akufuado back to JM oh it is a matter of a state not a matter of government. They make nobody should get me wrong say Adena, that Adamani and nothing among you know.
Ah, not go be as Adana Adamani, a fair and money.
Yes, but it's a matter of the state. Because state institutions in us and what almost a state institutions as I know, Abanjima, Breedam for. The Breedam for the and the Minister of Energy. Energy also almost a 2. And now commission for the trust as a map and some military car. 3. I don't know what I do.
Okay, FM 101.7.
State institutions in Milano. And also, my Mascani, Itiaka. State institutions, the BN who I am called. The name I mean, I call there was a time you call Land Commission, Chairman Hall, Chairman Saving a year team hall. That was 2013. Okay, say. As I don't know, people of what I told you about you, almost you. I'm the and was almost say, assassin. Cote d'Ivoire for the room. Now, some could you 3 more. Meanwhile, some could you Cote d'Ivoire for the better 6 months. Yeah, I'm all document war. What if you document the chair? Chairman, the document when I can now, what's I? Some to Chairman about with the other, and I'm where, sir. As the only say a very break. And I'm round to my client say, so I answer Baba to your cap and court. Tell you want to court. 2013 year court. Media, imagine say, will be free a same, now all back court Accra for 10 years.
Oh, that's a bad work when it's coming in answer.
Hey, it's going to be a theater, near 10 years. And she said, but maybe I'm going to say, after we have some more 10 years, 120 times. 120 times, also, if you mobile, he be out about in Bacano, or he be an antiqua. You have been young as a canon. No mobile. It is the 5,000 of Putia, 5,000 for 120 times is kind of cassing. That's kind of accessing. So, in Syria, almost be a question. If you call court, 1 more years, I want to come court. The court, you have spent 10 years for court. The 2023, no, any judgment, ruling, no, judgment. In fact, we have read under 3 judges. Make my boom. First judge for Ofori-Atta, human rights court, Accra. First judge for Ofori-Atta, Justice Ofori-Atta. Second judge, Justice Anthony Yabua Medical. And the third judge, Anthony Judge Nicholas Abudafi. 3 judges. Not as a mark of review. 3 judges. After 10 years, any judgment. Vinia, the fair will be a assassin. About assassin. On course assassin, Kwayashi, Uncle Homa was assassin. So, was a normal assassin and normal to do so. Now, my assassin. 2. In Kun, a man who conquers and Kun view. That's gathering. No farming, no gathering. 3. In so that no fishing because in so that they are down in so that way a downstream on so that way. Oh, and no activities area or area when you are ICZ. Certain country on woman Yeltima or General one or you say still also bank everything in Sika. So it is the area yesterday the president to a bank yes a bank yes so you have to one thing with here. Obi who so you for you ya. Yes, man, I was more yes, Kuwa, when you Kuwa, when you Kuwa, the one is to be a anchor and passing now now. Where the jump far into the run mobile mine. Said, I buy 1 year. No fear to come my. You can't bear it. You say almost 1.5 billion. Yeah, judgment in time, no. Judgment, no. Next time, what now, 3 years, no. Obviously, 1 million planning war. I do 3 years. I mean, it's kind of everything. Everything. As well, crossing financial laws to the state. You are not protecting the public purse. That's why it's training here. One training here. What you are doing here? Why are you trying to something not to work on? I hear so.
Apani obi bisa says kanopano yes saying. Mu kamu nyina mu de bomu yes saying. And that's a bank here. About 1.4 billion. Series. Covering the whole entire land of 456,000 acres, you know. So, what can I say? aban send the mukonya judgment wɔ my for any road map be say okay aban betua we be say yebetua say ne yetuatua nkakra na say yebetua we no mu de ama wo ebusumi say ne yetua de aban kan bibia
ipa so obi akwa ni ehia enso be no ayen koye nsin zama bodi nyina yakoba bia ukwa yen kase bebe bia nchro obi ani ehia nka bibia say gari ekwe ne sa so ebi de onuma na to be ebe and so be do can say otu don't give someone a chance otherwise big one will pass so someone money go maybe and ebeji they have not given a dam a brass pattern they have not paid anything now the really card you can as somebody here juma somebody here edmo one apart from generation of power no and nine no almost as any assassin no ma je na omutu eka no ebi di man go for generation solar meaning 3 SRF will be on MGB solar our capital area or Muntiaka. One man side be a China for this war, Danabuasi area, Omudia, I hear the information became factory our home. Oh, no, baby, normally Gani assassin area. And they have reduced us to update penury. Oh, my here, Pupra, here in Pupra. I mean, can't you also? You see, I make a say, I am from what she. I think four of them they are very full. But the young ones among them is here in my because when he back 43-year-old, he needed 20,000 cities for medication at the Holy Family Hospital. And I tell me name and none we friends to the agency. Some will be able to be home that mistake. Nana no fit to sell machine ya wu ne sia no even fit agency he had died scan I just scan ho I am for and must see I am from kwa ngochi akwa isrim ho an yi ngochi sisi am no kake wo hini ba ako na wo hini o ti moto so okufa moto o di moto na kunya as and the money ni na mabuda eda se sebuli asabi ayi o native doctor ho ino no doctor hospital no when you continue hospital ho akoda native doctor on even na ama no because
na papa ye kan nyina no say anamo bay na mo pese mutuo matisi ase mo pese mo ye protest ni ade sanity
abansi ye na otua yeka so when you ka dia dia say ene ye nyina beta abayabo ano so na otu kwa ni atiwo ye nyina ababa ebo e ho na beta abo ano but me say abai oti ye ni a o ma ye saade no I know very well I say abai mu na o fa akọ ye ni kwa abai mu ne mo fi e kasa pa mo fi di kesi e fi di a idi a abai beti obeti ye ni no hu ye blind no opi sika mai
Papa, ane mame na wasena yenhwe yeso ye dia tumi yenim se abampani fotie yenim se brenye kwada bibi papa bibi su afiri so de aba
me da pa me se musumo institution is out mo frɛ wom na mo di nkomo I know that they will not tell me say they make an enya no kure o ma be hu say they aso ye kan eno kure on judgment enya judgment 3 years ni let the wuntu ye ka na o bo manika na wo bo interest na ebe ba ho na bible principle no kura omai mu so no yesu ya ho haye ya ho chiri omai mu na wo sa de dia esa ewokuru ka ho esremo tibule mo de mama
mame na wasimira
ababeti
da se pa opani amote ne nkan kwasi dro dwamena wo ye rep ma 8 affected stools by J Womo and Sassi Kakraka 400,000 and over acres. Our the Buidam project no. Na anone ne na di nkomo wanya judgment atwe ho manso saa mfie be du ne akireni enkosiaga na yene no atwe nkomo aban tie na yenim se Buidam nsemsem de eyoman nyina asam kese a omso behwe aka okay 101.7 so ni yanko yanima na afei yanwe ensem ba kwa na mienu
Dedi kama amena PENDREAM TV ase. Na so far so good.
say open online portal e wo Ghana nipa share nipa follow nipa comment here to my best of knowledge without any biases PENDREAM TV